I'm really happy to be here, and that's because I am with you. My name is Liza, and I was a teacher for 33 years at a high school here in Albemarle County. And the only thing that makes my job worthwhile is the chance to collaborate with other teachers in the current role that I have with the Virginia School Consortium for Learning. But one of the highlights of my year every year is the Student Leadership Conference, because then that gives me a chance to be back with the students who I know were so wonderful and remarkable in all the years that I was teaching. It's kind of funny, I was at the march in Washington, and when I was there, people were talking about, oh, it's so amazing what these kids can do. They're so talented and so creative, and they have such great things in the March for Our Life. And I'm like, that's what high school students are like. Don't you know that? That people were shocked and amazed how eloquent you were and how committed you were and how interested you were in making the world a better place. So what we try to do every year at the Student Leadership Conference is give you a chance to collaborate and work together and learn from other people in other schools about challenges that they're facing and ways maybe you can make your school a better place as well. So thanks for being here. We want you to be engaged and involved throughout the whole day. To do that, we've involved some seniors and other students in the planning of the conference, so we hope it's going to be a really great event. Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to two of those students, Fadi Hussein and Owen Thacker, who are from Western Albemarle.
Hi everyone, I'm Mahadeen, and I just want to welcome you to the 2019 conference. So this is my third year attending the Student Leadership Conference, and every year I've gotten something very big and different out of it. In fact, my favorite thing that I've gotten is the other ideas from students like you guys. And I just really like that, how we can bring those things back to our school. There are definitely issues in some schools, and we like to see how other schools approach it. And so at Western, we just really like bringing those ideas back. And so today, I hope that goes the same for all of you in your small group discussions and in the Friends of Rachel Club training, that you guys get new ideas and perspectives to take back to your school. So if you look around, there's a bunch of posters that say Aloha and Ohana, and over there it says Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten, which is from Lilo and Stitch. And so the theme of that this year is based off of the idea of family, because the whole conference today is based on the idea of inclusivity, and we just wanted to kind of exemplify that. So that's why all senior facilitators are wearing leis. So if you need to find a senior facilitator, everyone's wearing a lei like this. And it's just, Aloha is a symbol of unconditional love and acceptance. So that's our theme for today.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Owen Thacker. We go to Western Albemarle High School, if we didn't say that already. And I'm just going to go over the schedule real quickly. Right now we're in the opening general session. So we're going to do this welcome, go over some things, and hear a keynote presentation. Then we will have a 15-minute break and transition. And then we'll have our morning small group discussions, while the other half of the group does the educator support session in the conference room. And the Friends of Rachel training. From 12 until 12:45, we'll have our lunch, which is going to be a really good Southern feast. I'm excited for that. You should be too. From 12:45 to 2, we'll switch and have the other half do the Friends of Rachel training and the afternoon small group discussions. At 2 o'clock, we're going to have a break and transition, and I know some schools have to leave, and that's fine. But if not, we're going to come in here for the closing ceremonies. And we're going to go over the map really quickly. It's on the back of this yellow sheet if you have one of them. This is, yeah, great. So the Lewis and Clark are through those doors and to the left. Madison is in where you guys in the back are sitting. We'll close the doors. There are the dining and the restaurant, which are groups 4 and 5, and then Monticello is across the hallway near where the coffee is, so we should visit that.
All right, so Owen mentioned the small group discussion, so everyone is in a different topic. You all have a little ticket of where to go, so when you get to your group, hand that ticket to your senior facilitator just to ensure that you're in the correct group. And your senior facilitator knows what number they are, so they'll be able to help you, and they also have maps to get you where you need to be if you aren't in the correct room. And so, as Owen said, one of the rooms, which is group 1, is that back corner right there, and we'll close off the walls. And the restrooms are, if you go right out this hall, it's on your right side. And so, oh yeah, the goals of the conference, as I said, is to kind of get new ideas and perspectives to take back to your school. So I know from our school, we all decided that we're going to be like taking notes in our small topic discussions to kind of see how we can implement new ideas we got from other schools at Western. So that could definitely be an idea for you guys. And at the closing ceremonies, every single discussion group will be presenting their ideas and things that they came up with. So if you weren't in a topic, but you were still interested in it, that's a great time to hear about all of that. And hopefully after the conference too, we will be sending out all the discussion notes that were taken in those groups. And so now I'm going to pass it on to Sadie Connor and Gabby Goodwin from Blue Banana.
All right, guys, so we're really excited to be here. If all of you guys could just turn to, we're in the middle, if you could just turn to your pink page that has your bingo on it. We're really excited about our bingo. Last year if you came, we had diversity bingo. This year it's called the Challenge to Change. So our goal with this is to go out and meet new people. I know I walked around and met people from all different grades, which we're really excited about. All you want to do is just get it signed by anybody, and then once you've achieved bingo, everybody pretty much knows how to play bingo. We're not doing like the stamps or anything or 4 corners, just regular bingo. If you get it, you get a piece of candy, and then if you get the whole page, you are entered to win a chocolate chip cookie. But that's pretty exciting. So that is your bingo. Once you guys are done, you can see anybody at the front table where your teachers checked in to get your candy. So this is Sadie Connor, and she's going to be talking to us about our social media for the day.
Hi guys, I'm Sadie Connor. I'm from Fluvanna County High School, and I'm here to talk to you about the board over there, which has all of our Twitter feed coming in. So as you can see, you can use the hashtag VaSCL 2019, and it will go up on the board. But please keep in mind to do this during the right time. We want this happening during breaks and during lunch, not during the speaker or into the group meetings, because there's a time and place for everything. So just have fun with it, but do it at the right time. And also keep in mind to do, when you're up there, put in good words and not anything inappropriate, because it is going up on the board, and this is a leadership conference.
I think we're going to send it back to our friends at Western.
So real quick, the formal theme for the conference is the challenge to change. So the idea of that is based on the speaker we'll be having today from Rachel's Challenge, which he will go more into about what that is. So generally, just the idea is to take ideas of inclusivity and acceptance of diversity back to your school. And at the end of the conference, during closing ceremonies, we will be having an evaluation for everyone to fill out. You can either fill out a paper copy or follow the link on a phone or laptop or something like that.
Awesome. So for the closing ceremony, at the end of the day, we will present the ideas that we went over before. But this year, our guest speaker for this year's conference is Aaron Kinnebrew from Rachel's Challenge. We can let him speak about how this initiative came to be, but in general, it is about inclusion and creating connected schools and communities. As a big group, we will be hearing about the initiative itself, and then we'll split in half. One half will go through the training for the Friends of Rachel Club. The other half will be doing small group discussions that we talked about earlier. And then after lunch, we'll switch. At the end, everyone will have heard the Rachel's Challenge presentation and will have been trained to take an initiative at your school. So Aaron is from Cincinnati, Ohio. He went to Kent State University and Northwestern University and went to the Kellogg School of Management for Executive Education Nonprofit Management. So now I'm going to introduce Ms. Scallett.
Nope, Aaron.
Aaron to come up and give us his presentation.
Oh, hey everybody. So we have a group of words here. We put them together. We came up with rival sportivity. She's going to define it.
Yeah, okay. So, we came up in our word smash for words like support, family, rivalry, sportsmanship, chemistry, and positivity because those are outlines of the words that we most discussed during our questions and responses. And so we came up with rival sportivity, like you said, and I'm going to let her discuss the picture.
So our picture is a spider web to represent all the different connections that the students have between each other. On the outside of the spider web are the different extracurriculars that a lot of schools offer, and on the inside is two people shaking hands to represent the unity between everybody.
The other passionate pathway.
Yeah.
Another group.
Where's afternoon group 1?
Yeah, right here.
Oh.
Alright. What? Go. I was told you got here.
Ben, do you want me to hold it?
Okay. Actually, you got it.
Alright, great, thanks guys. So our word was respectition, because we found that the most important two things we could find were respect and competition, because we wanted to still have a competitive atmosphere, still have it be like good rivalry, but also have respect for those you're playing against. So we got like, this is a megaphone for like cheering on your team, then we found the activities and extracurriculars, it wasn't just sports, you got music, you got art, cheerleading, so it's not just the sports and stuff, it's also all the other activities that you do, so yeah.
Afternoon,
Thanks.
no, morning group 2.
Morning group 2.
Okay, so ours was like where your future can lead you, and we have our picture is a road, and it can lead you either to work, college, or the army. And our word smash was OptiFuture, and we talked a lot about how different colleges and different pathways you can take. You can either go to college, you can go straight to work, or you can choose to be in the armed forces.
Afternoon group 2.
Okay, hey y'all. Okay, ours is about like all students because a lot of students aren't represented. Like I know in our school AP class kids who do those are much higher like worried about, and so we wanted to make sure that everyone gets treated the same and like everyone has that built relationship with your conference or your a counselor, sorry. And we also want y'all to know like you don't always have to go to a college or a 4-year college or university. Like you can do a lot of different roles and still be successful without college.
Alright, and topic 2 was future possibilities. Alright, who's morning group 3? Alright, topic 3 is spirit of community.
So like he said, our topic was spirit of community. So we talked about a lot of like what roles that students play in their high school, and then also like what you can do to make your high school more of a community. So we talked about having t-shirts for like the grade levels that you get and how they can bring everybody together by having like a sense of pride for your school, and then also how we can welcome freshmen into our school to make them really feel like a part of like a high school, which is a really big transition. You can see our poster. We did like kind of the world and like how we can be more of a global community, and then like having the spirit and having that like relationship within your school. So yeah.
Alright, afternoon group 3.
So we also had spirit of community. Our word was spirit-volvement, which is spirit and involvement, because we were talking about getting everybody in the school involved, not just certain people by class or by clique. And then our picture is, again, the globe with community around it, people of differing heights holding hands to represent the grade levels. And we also did, can't remember what this is called, but we did one of these, and it's community, and it's clubs, outreach, mentoring, mixing, unity, new, students, initiative, together, and youth.
Alright, next topic 4, where's the morning group?
Hey guys, so we had making good choices and we kind of kept it short and simple because it really does start with us. Like a teacher can tell you, don't drink and drive, don't stay up too late, but really that goes in one ear, out the other if we're honest. But it's really up to us to kind of see our classmates and say, yeah, we think this
is a good thing to do, but it's also cool that we don't always have to rely on the bad things in life to consider us cool. So it really does start by kind of being an example for other people to kind of build off of.
Alright, and afternoon, group 4.
Ours was the same as theirs. It was weird over beside each other, but so we have 2 slogans, and the first one is wait or educate. And we were talking about how people were doing like drugs and basically bad things in high school, and most of them don't even know what they're doing, what's in what they're doing, and how it'll affect their life. So it's either wait and don't do it at all, or educate yourself on what you're doing. And that's the second one.
Yeah, so you're the only person that can honestly control your own decisions. Somebody else could try to impact you and like really try to impact you, but it's up to you to take that impact and actually do something with it. And don't do drugs, don't do anything bad, but because you want to do it for yourself and for others that you care about, you know? So yeah, that's our slogan too. You control your decisions.
All right, morning group 5, and the topic was stressed out.
What's up, guys? So yeah, our topic was about how students are stressed out not only through school, but through extracurriculars, jobs, hanging out with their friends, and just not having time to be able to do what they want to do. They're put under a lot of pressure by not only teachers, parents, but their peers as well. And this pressure can sometimes overwhelm them. We talked about ways that this can be fixed as like IS rooms where you can just go and just chill and hang out and get your thoughts together. So I'm going to hand it to Carter to talk about our picture.
Okay, so in the picture you can see much of a girl who has a lot of books, and she gets a little bit stressed out from walking around all day with those books. And it can get a little stressed out to just be around so much work all the time, so having an IS room would be great to just relax, take a chill pill, get ready for your next class, and things like that.
All right, so our word that we came up with was relaxitizing, which is a combination of relaxation and prioritizing.
So we had a group discussion basically on stress and how it affects your mental state and your academic life. Because if you're focusing on how much you're stressing about what you're doing, you're not going to actually get what you're doing done. So we also discussed different ways that we cope with that in our own, by ourselves and academically. So some things that we came up with are group talks with either your school or your friends. You can sleep on it because you need to, if you don't sleep enough, then your mental state isn't going to be all right for learning. And we also said you need you time, and we also talked about different things you can do in school. Like one person said that they have a therapy dog, and we thought that that was a good idea.
And for our mashup word, we said stress-chiatrist, and because you're stressed. And then someone said they have a psychiatrist at their school because counselors, you can't always go to them because they might be busy doing scheduling or any other work, so it's hard to get to them. So it'd be good to have a psychiatrist on school just for someone to talk to.
So our group discussion was about leading the path, and we decided that this works best with spirit and representation. That's how we came up with spiritation.
So basically our main path is spiritation, and you see these little pathways coming off of the main road. And these little pathways represent clubs, a suggestion box, some petitions, social media, and spirit.
Okay, so we also had leadership, and one of the things we really talked about was how to make sure that you are expressing the wishes and the concerns of your student body.
So the word we came up with was community, which is a combination of communication and energy, because you really have to first motivate your students and get them the energy to be involved before you can open communication and start collecting their ideas. So we came up with a lot of ideas where you can contact your students and really get them involved. And one of the things we did was salad bar talks, because people always are motivated by food. So if you can sit down with a bunch of food, maybe you can really work up some good ideas.
Give all the reporters a huge hand of applause. Tell us what you think. Not only did we have these great reports, but we're also going to share with you the notes from each group. There were people conscientiously taking notes during each discussion session. So all 12, I know everybody wanted to participate in all 12 groups, and you couldn't. You only get to one. So we're going to share with you all of the notes. It's going to take a little while for us to get them posted on the website, but when we do, we'll get the faculty advisors that information, and you'll be able to access the notes for everybody. We hope you keep tweeting. We hope you keep coming and checking out the notes and doing all those things and keep communicating, because one of the really great parts of being here is meeting people who have different experiences and different ideas that you can learn from. So we thank you so much for being here. It's been a great day. We hope everybody's done the evaluation. If you haven't, please do it. There's candy on the way out. There's candy up there. We want you to have whatever you want. If you haven't signed them, sign them. We'll bring them back next year. So thank you for being here. It's awesome.